2021, the year we discovered there's really no cure for greed. Just ask Big Pharma.
Pfizer is forecasting $15 billion in revenue from its COVID vaccine this year.
It is their first profitable quarter, hitting that $1.9 billion mark, a majority of which is their COVID-19 vaccine, of course.
$1,000 every second. Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna made $1,000 every second.
But it turns out that drug companies like to pop two pills at once: money and power. And where better to wield one's power than in Washington, D.C. Introducing Congress's biggest lobbyist, Big Pharma, which last year dropped a cool $266 million to sway American lawmakers. Though given how the holy trinity of Pfizer, Moderna, and BioNTech was averaging over 90 million a day last year, it's really just loose change, less than 3 days' work, in fact. For the rest of us, though, it's an awful lot. You know what there's also an awful lot of in the US Capitol? Big Pharma lobbyists. In fact, so many that they outnumber congressmen 3-1. So what does all that cash and exposure get them? Well, pretty much anything that they want.
This is a very powerful industry with significant lobbying clout. It's very good at knowing exactly how many votes they need to kill pieces of legislation and figuring out a way to get those votes.
It's funny, though, because you'd think that with a Democrat-run House and Senate, pharmaceutical giants would have had a tough year. After all, for years, the party's been promising to fight the greed.
First, we'll take on the drug and insurance companies and hold them accountable for the prices they charge and the harm they cause.
It's about bringing the cost of prescription drugs down. The pharmaceutical companies have been jacking up prices hand over fist for years.
And then we'll tell the pharmaceutical companies thanks, but no thanks for overpriced drugs.
Pay the highest prescription drug prices of any developed nation in the world.
It's called Valiant Pharmaceuticals. I'm going after them. We are going to stop this. This is predatory pricing.
But enough is enough. The greed of the pharmaceutical industry is killing Americans and making many of them much sicker than they otherwise would have been. It has got to stop.
So we need Congress to finish the job, to come together and make a difference in people's lives.
Turns out, though, making money is so much more fun than making a difference in people's lives. In fact, 60% of Big Pharma's lobby money goes to Democrats. So when in April a plan was proposed to knock down drug prices, surprise, it got voted down. One of the people against it, New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez.